Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today 50 years of horror fiction continues with the year 2017. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I've actually got a couple of new additions to my shelf here. I got some new, some new bookends. I got these from Amazon. These are right here. You can't really see this one, but I'm going to move my head. There you go. And you see it's like a raven on a skull on a book, kind of Edgar Allan Poe-ish, so to speak. Anyway, the year is 2017. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling, shall we? Alright, first up we've got Black Mad Wheel by Josh Malerman. The Danes, the band known as the Darlings of Detroit, are washed up and desperate for inspiration, eager to once again have a #1 hit. That is, until an agent from the U.S. Army approaches them. Will they travel to an African desert and track down the source of a mysterious and malevolent sound? Under the guidance of their frontman, Philip Tonka, the Danes embark on a harrowing journey through the scorching desert, a trip that takes Tonka into the heart of an ominous and twisted conspiracy. Meanwhile, in a nondescript Midwestern hospital, a nurse named Ellen tends to a patient recovering from a near-fatal accident. The circumstances that led to his injuries are mysterious, and his body heals at a remarkable rate. Ellen will do the impossible for this enigmatic patient, who reveals more about his accident with each passing day. Part Heart of Darkness, part Lost, Josh Malerman's breathtaking new novel plunges us into the depths of psychological horror, where you can't always believe everything you hear. And that is Black Mad Wheel by Josh Malerman. Alright, next up we've got a little bit of mermaid horror here with Into the Drowning Deep. This is by Mira Grant. The ocean is home to many myths, but some are deadly. 7 years ago, the Atargatis set off on a voyage to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary bringing to life ancient sea creatures of legend. It was lost at sea with all hands. Some have called it a hoax, others have called it a tragedy. Now a new crew has been assembled, but this time they're not out to entertain. Some seek to validate their life's work. Some seek the greatest hunt of all. Some seek the truth. But for the ambitious young scientist, Victoria Stewart, this is a voyage to uncover the fate of the sisters she lost. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the waves. But the secrets of the deep come with a price. And that is Into the Drowning Deep. It's by Mira Grant. Okay, what do we got next? Alright, next up we've got The Ravenous, and this is by Amy Lukavics. There's something wrong with Rose. From the outside, the Kane family looks like they have it all. A successful military father, a loving mother, and 5 beautiful teenage daughters. But on the inside, life isn't quite so idyllic. The Kane sisters can barely stand each other. Their father is always away, and their neglectful mother struggles with addiction and depression. When their youngest and most beloved sister Rose dies in a tragic accident, Mona Kane and her sisters are devastated. And when she is brought back from the dead, they are relieved. But soon they discover that Rose must eat human flesh to survive. And when their mother abandons them, the sisters will find out just how far they'll go to keep their family together. And that is The Ravenous by Amy Lukavics. Okay. Alright, next up we've got We're Always Watching by Hunter Shea. They've watched over the house for generations. The move from New York to the decrepit Pennsylvania farmhouse is as bad as West Ridley thought it would be. His father's crippling vertigo only seems to get worse, and even with his mother working herself to the bone, they're out of money and options. Grandpa Abraham is a drunk bastard and the living embodiment of the long-neglected farmhouse. He claims the place is haunted. Ghosts roam the hall at night, and their muffled cries fill the silence of warm summer nights. On the ceiling above West's bed are the words, "We see you." In a house plagued by death and mysterious visitations, West realizes something beyond the fiction of his favorite horror books has to be faced. Dark secrets are buried deep, and there are guardians who want to keep it that way. No matter where they go or what they do, West and his family know one thing: they are always watching. And that is We Are Always Watching by Hunter Shea. Okay. Alright, let's move that out of the way there. There we go. Alright, next up we've got The House of Nodens by Sam Gafford. In 1975, young Bill Simmons is the new kid in New Milford. Bullied and struggling for acceptance, he meets 4 other boys who form the Cemetery League, a group devoted to the weird, exotic, and bizarre in movies, comics, and television. Each boy carries their own secrets, which combine to come to a violent and fiery conclusion in a lonely Connecticut forest. Now, nearly 40 years later, the events of that night come back to haunt Bill Simmons, as one by one the members of the Cemetery League are targeted by an unknown force that may have unnatural links to their past. Has something or someone come to exact a bloody vengeance? And how is it linked to a serial killer's 20-year spree throughout the Nutmeg State? To answer these questions, Bill Simmons will have to face his greatest fears and the failure that destroyed his life and left him a hopeless alcoholic. But will it be enough? And that is The House of Nodens by Sam Gafford. And that is going to do it for the year 2017. Until next time, take care and stay scared. Thank you. Bye-bye.